What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad, and today is the midday market recap. Well, right now is the midday market recap. I go live every day during this time of the day to just kind of go over some of the major plays of the day, why they might have moved, and if anybody actually made a decent profit on them. And so if you are new to this channel, welcome. I do have a free community, and when I say we, that's what I'm talking about. It's WeTradeHQ.com. The links are down in the description below. I encourage you to check them out. We have over 3,500 members around the globe learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. And it's not just focused on penny stocks. We actually have people that are trading ETFs and futures and options and Forex and all kinds of other stuff, so that no matter what you're trading within the market, WeTradeHQ is the place for you. So welcome, folks. This channel, however, is primarily focused on over-the-counter penny stocks. That's what I do. That's how I trade, and that's what I do for a living. And so I love it so much just because of the volatility and the opportunities that that volatility provides. It's can be very fun. At the same time, it can really chew you up and spit you out if you don't know what you're doing. So that's why I have this channel. I also have mentorships where I go live with folks in the morning as well. And today we're going to be talking about CNHC and a little bit of what we call sympathy plays. And LCTZ was one of the major runners last week. It ran from 1.5 pennies all the way up to almost a quarter. Over 2,000% runner last week because of what we call a reverse merger. Reverse mergers are basically when a private company is looking to go private or go public, and they don't want to do it in the form of like an IPO. This is a much easier, simpler, and even cheaper way to go public if you're a privately traded company. And CNHC is that shell company is owned by the same person that basically facilitated the merger with LCTZ, and so that's why a lot of people are looking at it. And some other developments happened today, and that's why it's sort of running. You can see on my my thumbnail today that I had 102% run. It's well over that now. It's actually approaching. It's over 7 cents. It's approaching 8 cents. Could even see 10 cents by the end of the day. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But a lot of folks within WeTradeHQ played this from the 1.5 cent range because of looking at LCT and how that reacted, and then the timeline on CNHC was the same, and so it looked very similar to the type of play that could be working in their favor with CNHC as compared to LCTZ. So what's going on, guys? Good to see you, Sheila, Blade Runner, Jake, and Amy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share with you my screen on what I'm talking about, with the parallels between LCTZ and why CNHC is running, and kind of go from there. So if this is my equity feed scanner, if you guys are curious as to what type of scanner I use. So this is WeTradeHQ. If you're looking at WeTradeHQ, I was actually talking about this in my morning mentorship with folks, and it looked like to me that it was starting to downtrend a little bit. It's kind of holding steady at the levels right now that it's at, around 14, 15 cents. And we'll kind of see what LCTZ does. It was interesting to note that they actually officially announced a ticker symbol change this morning to DevMar, DEVM, and they're changing their whole name to DevMar Equities. They're no longer going to be La Cortez Energy. So LCTZ will be no more, and it'll be DEVM. And the reason why that happened was because of this man right here. Richard Chang facilitated this reverse merger to Mark Demaria, who is the CEO, president of DevMar. DevMar is we've talked about this a little bit in my Stock Watch Sunday. It is a multi-million-dollar, $500 million company. This is their website. They're a development company. They basically buy up property, real estate, and turn it into these nice homes, these condos and stuff. And, if you go to leadership, you can find that Mark Demaria right here, he is the CEO. And so now he's looking to take his company public. And so that is what he did. He reverse merged into LCTZ, which is now going to be DevMar. So having said all that, the reason that this happened, what happened with DevMar is that LCTZ, it was trading right around here. When that was announced that a reverse merger was confirmed, it went nuts. Okay, and so now this is starting to trend down a little bit. The hype is starting to wear off. We'll see what happens with LCTZ once the merger is complete, and maybe they'll have some nice little catalysts coming out with it to move this even further. Still a lot of people in on LCTZ from these low 1 cent ranges, and same thing with CNHC. That's why it's running so much today. Lots of folks got in around the 1.6, 1.5 cent range when LCTZ did its thing. And so this was one that we talked about on my Stock Watch Sunday as well, and that this will be one to watch out for. And the reason for that being, you go to the Secretary of State, Richard Chang is also taking, his name's all over this one right now because the reverse merger hasn't taken place yet, but it looks as if this could be in the works. Looking at security details, share structure looks okay, looks pretty good, nice and small. And this is something that I don't usually like to do, but this is why it's moving. Word's gotten out. Somebody emailed him, and I'm going to read this off to you because I know it's kind of blurry. There's really no way to clear this up. So somebody emailed Richard Chang. I think it appears based off of his response that he's probably been bombarded, which I hate to see that. A lot of people just bugging CEOs and stuff like that. But he basically said that a company receiving is to be announced sooner than later, meeting our February 22nd agreement. Nonetheless, we are in the process of finalizing the transfer. So he basically confirmed via email that the reverse merger was happening. We still don't know what company it is. We just know that according to this email from him, that February 22nd looks to be the date for that announcement. We'll see if that happens, but that is the reason why it's running. And actually, if you can see here, I actually have it pulled up. Yeah, so right now it's at 6 cents. I think it's had highs of around let's see here, 691. So I thought it went to 7, but maybe it didn't. So almost 7 cents on the day from its low at 259. Lots of folks got in under 2 cents, like I said, around 1.5 cents, and that's why stuff like this runs. Reinstatement plays and reverse merger plays, we've gone over this plenty of times, are the biggest catalysts within the over-the-counter stock or over-the-counter penny stock market. There's other catalysts for sure, but these reinstatement plays, a lot of people get excited about reinstatements, and they do that because of the types of runs you can get when a reverse merger happens, especially if it's like a major company such as Debmar that's worth $500 million is merging into a shell to become, to basically go public. And so people see value in that. Maybe this reverse merger with CNHC will have similar value to it. We'll see where that goes. And, leading into that February 22nd date, again, it's just an email from Richard Chang. So I don't know how much you want to how much stock you want to put into that. No pun intended. But, that's the reason why it's running nevertheless. What I would suggest to a lot of our folks that are in it right now, if you haven't protected your initial investment and you've gotten into that 1 cent range, that would be my play. That's kind of how I do things, and how I strategize when I get into stuff like this and see major runs, is that we always try to preach that at all costs, protect that initial investment. That way, everything that's in there after that is just free shares is what we call it, or you're basically just playing with house money at that point. And then if it decides that it's starting to sell off or whatever, you could sell that, and then whatever you sell at that point is going to be profit. So just make sure that you're protecting yourself. This looks like it certainly could be a very valuable play if this reverse merger turns out to be something very major. And we'll see what happens with that next week. I'm sure it'll be on my Stock Watch Sunday for Sunday, so make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, so Robert Moran is asking about this. Like, I can't control what the ads are, but all I know is that Tim Sykes just paid me. So thanks, Tim. Appreciate it. So that is all I've got for you guys. It was just one simple play today. It's kind of slow going into a 3-day weekend, so just a friendly reminder that the stock market is closed on Monday. And but I will still be going live as per the usual for my regular Stock Watch Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, if this is the first time visiting my channel, I certainly appreciate the time. If you learn something about reinstatements and why stocks run like this within the OTC, I certainly would appreciate a thumbs up for your additional support as well. And if you want to be a part of a free group of like-minded individuals, I can't believe I just said that, who like to learn and grow and celebrate each other's success, please feel free to join our free group. Again, it's We Trade HQ. We have over 3,500 members around the globe, just killing it in the stock market, no matter what they're trading. It's just been awesome. We've blown up over the last couple weeks, and I just love to see this ball rolling. So thanks again, guys. That is all for me. I will see you on Sunday for Stock Watch Sunday. And as always, I'll see you all before the bell. B. Smith is out. Have a great weekend.